We need to get back to the buses, do our practice routes.
With just 2 weeks until the start of school, New York City school bus drivers still haven't been called back to work since being furloughed with no health insurance because of the pandemic. These buses in the Bronx have been sitting idle since March. And this year, bus routes will be much different.
You're going to have different children on each day, possibly. You're going to have social distancing. You're going to have to mark off seats. None of these protocols have been, or instruction have been given to our members.
Michael Cordiello is the head of the bus drivers union. He met with the city's education committee chair, Councilmember Mark Trieger, to air his concerns.
Under normal circumstances, they would have not only contracts signed, but they would have draft routes by, mid-August.
The city did not answer my question on when bus drivers would be back on the road, but tells Pix 11 all individuals on the bus will be wearing face masks, and each bus will hold a quarter of its normal capacity, with students seated in every other row. Bus ventilation systems will operate in non-recirculate modes, with windows open whenever possible. But the checklist for bus drivers is much more complex, and time to plan is running out.
We need to be trained in the COVID protocols. How are we separating children on a bus to keep the social distancing? If anyone is sick, it's not circulating in the vehicle. How are we going to meet up with the parents, do our practice routes, get to the schools to work with school personnel to make sure that loading and unloading are done in a proper manner?
And of course, just before 5 o'clock, the Department of Education also reaching out to tell me that they are talking to other bus companies like the MTA and TLC for other safe busing options for your children. As for these bus companies, again, no date has been set to get the drivers back on the road, but they do have their bus routes, which they still have to configure for their bus drivers in the coming days. Again, no contracts have been finalized just yet, with a little over 2 weeks to go for the start of school. We're live in the Bronx. Kalorama, Pix 11 News.